really impressed the fact that everyone's multi-skilling so much and doing so many different jobs in it. You know, it took me a long time to sort of get used to doing the journalism and then to do the technological stuff as well. But here, everyone's doing everything at once, so very impressive. Few hiccups with getting on air on time, but I mean that's the way it is in this industry. There are pressures there, and I think you do tend to learn a lot more when things go a bit awry rather than if everything's going smoothly all the time. So I mean, definitely, you know, a good attempt. I think there was definitely room for improvement in some areas, but you know, a good basis on which to start, and I think everyone's very receptive to hearing how things can be improved as well. It's been a really positive experience actually. It really focuses my own mind on, you know, what is important in journalism. It's stuff that you kind of do every day, day in, day out, you sort of take for granted, but it's only when you're actually sort of explaining it to other people and thinking, well, why do I do it that way, and why is it important not to do that? It's been really useful for me, and it's been fun actually. The overriding thing, which is something which will come with experience, is a combination of confidence in your own abilities and also of organisational skills. It's the boring bit, you know, everyone wants to be creative, but actually, in practical terms, so much about television is technical, you know, is getting on air on time and all the kind of, you know, making sure that the sound is right, that the pictures look good, all those kind of things. They don't just happen, and I think in terms of feedback, I suppose it's just, if you can get organised in the beginning, everything else sort of starts to look after itself a bit. You know, it's like, you know, everyone is a little cog in a big wheel. Everyone has to, you know, be really on the ball, has to kind of make sure that their bit is in the right place so that the whole kind of machine works properly. From what I've seen, excellent. And you've got people who work within the industry, and that's the way it has to be, I think, because the industry does change so quickly. Technology moves on. I mean, in our newsroom at Meridian, we're starting to do things like Twitter, to blog more. Television isn't just about television anymore. You have to be sort of very multimedia skilled, and to have people training you who are on the inside of that industry and know exactly where those changes are coming, can't be anything but a really good thing. Just having a degree in a subject these days isn't enough. You know, sometimes not even having a postgraduate sort of qualification isn't enough. There are a lot of people going for these very small number of jobs. However, where you're at an advantage is that, you know, you're young and you're learning from the outset how to use the technology. And I think increasingly in this business, it's not going to be just about how good a presenter someone is, or how good a reporter they are, whether they look good on camera, those kind of things, which in the past may have been enough. Now you really have to be technologically trained, willing to work long hours for not a lot of money, all those kind of things. And actually you're more well placed than someone of my age or older. As people are leaving the industry, spaces are created. It's not an easy industry to get into, but if you're going to be a good journalist, a good reporter, the sort of skills that you need for that, the tenacity, the kind of go-gettingness of it, are the sort of skills that are going to get you a job in the first place. Don't think for a minute you're going to be presenting news at 10 next week. You know, it's going to take a long, long time. Very, very good people in the industry never get to do that, you know. But just be realistic about what you can achieve, and yeah, bang on doors, go to local newsrooms, and don't underestimate starting in radio as well. I did both. Radio, fantastic skills base. You're learning how to be a reporter before you're having to worry about all the technical things that can go wrong in television. And as we've seen today, there are plenty of technological things that can go wrong. So, you know, focus on your journalism and focus on those skills and take it from there, I think.